Imagine being stripped of a land you first discovered, a land you grew to love, a land where you had children and looked to Jah above. Imagine people coming over and taking everything you worked so hard to foster and treating you like nothing. Can you imagine being stolen and forced off your land where you had riches and you accumulated things for decades and millenniums, and now a gun is being pointed to your back? And just like that, you are being forced and smuggled on boats where you see people vomiting on each other, where people are having their cycle all over each other, where people are giving birth on the boat. And you continue to float, and you continue to love. Tell me, how does that happen? Imagine you being forced to work endless hours in the hot sun and being whipped until the blood continues to run down your back. And centuries later, after endless verbal, sexual, emotional, and physical abuse, like Martin Luther King and his wife and many others, you come in peace. Tell me, how does that occur? How does someone like Anne Frank still hope the best after she knows so many people have been murdered brutally in gas chambers and oven-like situations, and yet she still writes a journal that we can refer to today and be uplifted by? Tell me, how does that occur? These individuals weren't better than you and I. These individuals are like us, human, and yet many of them went through abuse, and they still found a way to have love, unity, and peace. Now, we're not saying that it's all for one. There are some people who take things more adversely. But what I am saying is, challenge yourself to upgrade from remaining a slave to your past and present charmers, because there are people in American history that have done that, and I don't think, and I know that they're not better than you or I. We can survive. Why do you think Yahweh Jah Jehovah preserved in historical scriptures? Why? Evidently, Yahweh knows that we can reach some level of continuous progression despite anything that may have occurred or is still occurring. We can. It's a choice after a while to continue to allow yourself to be. There are resources out there. There are many resources out there where you can meditate and pray. There's nothing that Jehovah can't do for someone who remains consistent about their wholehearted prayers. The same one who designed the sun, where we can't even barely stare at it. If we were a mere half a centimeter close to the sun, we would burn. If we were a mere inch from the sun, we would freeze. Man, how could you not believe? The same one that has the earth on an exact, precise axis so as to sustain life can help you heal through life. The same one who created a brain, a heart, and organs to coincide with one another. And even with a scientist's greatest attempts, they still can't build a human from scratch like those ones above the heavens. Yahweh Jah Jehovah alongside Christ Jesus Yahshua loves, values, and cherishes each and every one of us. But it's up to us to believe that, live that, and walk by faith. You see, Yahweh is not going to evidently habitually micromanage and control us. Yahweh gives us so many signs in nature. Even within us, we are living, breathing miracles. We don't have to plug ourselves up to the wall. We don't have to change our batteries. We need proper rest, healthy food, to the best of our ability, even if we're broke or we don't have much money or resources. We can make the best. We can invent. We are wonderfully made. So please, there is no excuse for habitual abuse. There are individuals who have proven, despite the habitual sexual abuse, habitual verbal abuse, the habitual psychological and physical abuse, we can continue to rise. Don't dumb yourself down. Please stop dumbing other people down. They can heal. They can learn. They can grow past remaining habitual slaves to their past and or present traumas. It is possible. How much do you really want it? The same energy you put into saving up for an automobile that's not even worth close to a life. The same energy you put into obsessing over someone who didn't even create and originate life. The same attention seeking, validation seeking that you hope and behave like you want. There is much more things out there worth living for. A life is priceless. Please do better. Let's hold each other up to this challenge.